this is going to go through because I'm on a unstable Wi-Fi. But my flight got delayed and I wasn't able to get on standby. So hey, everybody, I'm at the airport for a few hours and I thought that it might be kind of fun to not kill some time. How about this? I'm not want to kill some time. I want to make the best use of it. So I figured I might get a quiet gate where they're not flying out of and do a TikTok live. It's a Saturday morning, right? At least where I am. I'm in the Philadelphia airport. And what can I tell you? It's like 10:30. And I thought, you know what? Maybe there's some folks who are trying to get their morning motivation going. Maybe it's you, okay? So I am trying to find a place that is quiet so I can sit and chat with you. Okay? And so if you are struggling with clutter, at the moment I'm just trying to struggle to find a place that there isn't a speaker right above my head. But if you were trying to get motivated to do some decluttering, get something done today, even just spend some time, I'm here for you for the next, I don't know how many, we'll see. As I said, this isn't a scheduled Destination Decluttered TikTok live. This is just, me at the airport trying to make the best use of the time I have. Okay? So this looks like about as good a place as any, I think, anyway. So, are you jammed up with clutter? Are you unmotivated? Are you not motivated to do your morning things? Good morning, Luann. Good morning, Crystal, Claudia, Paula. Listen to my Boston accent. That's where I'm headed. I just thought it would be fun and to see if I could help out anybody here. Now, I have plenty. Trust me. It doesn't take a lot for me to entertain myself in an airport. I have the lounge I can go to. I brought a book. Ooh, I get to read a book. I love reading books. But I'm here for you right now for, who knows, maybe just for the next 20 minutes or so. So if you have a question, if you're stuck with clutter, if you just need some motivation, I'm here for you. Because let me tell you how good it is to be decluttered. Maybe the after. You're going to feel so much better. You're going to be able to find your stuff. Now, I packed for a trip today, and it was so easy to find my items. So maybe you're trying to declutter your clothing. How about being able to easily grab the clothes that you wear, that you can fit into, that look good, that you feel good in, so you can go out in public, you can go into an international airport. So if you have any questions about clutter, if you're stuck, it's a Saturday, if you're stuck, if you said to yourself all week, I can't do it now, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to get my stuff done. I'm going to get my stuff done when on the weekend. Okay? And now it's the weekend and you're like, I kind of don't want to do that. Here, I'm here for you. All right. Hey, Amy Nelson just said, I just emptied out my storage unit and it's all in my garage. Goal is to park once it snows. Amy, first of all, congratulations on getting your stuff out of your storage unit into your garage. I say that because talk about the fact that clutter can cost you money. So you were probably, I assume, paying for a storage unit. So rock on with you for realizing you didn't want to waste any more money just because you were cluttered. I love also that you have a goal. I like to call it a destination because I am a decluttering life coach and I call my coaching Destination Decluttered. And how funny, destination, and I'm in an airport traveling. I love to travel and to vacation and to do all those things and to road trip. So I love that you did that. I love that you have a goal, kind of a time-sensitive goal. Depending upon where you are, Amy Nelson, where it snows, now it snows where you are. Now, if you're in Hawaii, that's a pretty long-fetched goal. But if you're somewhere where it snows, coming up soon, that gives you some urgency to your destination. Here's what I want to encourage you with. I coach tons of people. I do these TikTok lives one-on-one. The thing I have found that works for everybody to just get started is to start small, to just get yourself started. Just get in gear, as if I were in a car. Get in gear and start moving forward, okay? Don't say, I have to do it all day and I can't take any breaks, and don't make it too big. Just start, and then once you get the momentum, see how long you want to do it, okay? So Amy, don't get overwhelmed when you say all in your garage. Do a little bit at a time, and you're going to be so much more likely to do it. It's going to feel not as bad as you think it is if you feel like, oh, great, I have to spend my entire Saturday doing my decluttering. And clock out and then have some fun after you do it. That will encourage you. That's like planting seeds for the next time you do this, because you're going to look back at this time. Oh, thank you, PBM. Thank you for the heart. This is going to be you looking back at this time saying, oh, that wasn't that bad that time. I bet I can do that again. Okay. Amber, good morning. Luann is saying, unreal what you accumulate in 3 years. Luann is saying, and hey, Luann, thank you so much. You've motivated me. Thank you. I am working on my small 1-bedroom apartment. I love it. Especially, here's the interesting thing. When you have a limited amount of space, thank you, Finns, for the heart as well. When you have a limited amount of space, it is really important for you to maximize the usage of that. And I mean to get the effect you want. So what do I mean by that? I will share with you. Destination decluttered. What is your decluttered destination? What do you want? What are you aiming for? What do you want your small 1-bedroom apartment to look like? What do you want it to feel like? How do you want it to function? Those are 3 different things, but they all kind of Venn diagram into an awesome little kind of thing that you can aim for, okay? So notice that, and notice, I would say this, notice how you want to feel in your place too. Now that may seem like an odd place to start. Usually we want to start with how it looks. But what I will say is if you concentrate on first how you want to feel in your home, then you can kind of work backwards and say, okay, let me look around and see the things that are giving me the opposite of that feeling. What's the thing that bugs me? It's so true. As I mentioned to a client or, a person here on TikTok earlier today, the pebble in your shoe. What are the little things that bug you? When you solve those, it reminds you can do these things. Okay. There we go. All right, here we go. What do we have here? Keely, don't be overwhelmed. Overwhelm, I will say, is the number one thing. Whenever I start a TikTok live or I start with one-on-one coaching with people, what I want to offer is overwhelm is just a feeling, and a feeling that basically keeps you stuck and not starting. Afraid to get kind of paralyzed, overwhelmed, don't know where to start. They're kind of like they're like the same 45. One's the A side, one's the B side. Notice that overwhelm stops you. So what can you do to get started? Now, if I weren't holding my phone, I'd be using my hands to talk about if overwhelm is over your head. Overwhelm, oh my God, I'm looking at it all. Bring it down. When you think of overwhelm, now you have a tool in your Destination Decluttered toolkit. When next time you think overwhelmed, you say, wait, no, I'm supposed to think of the word down. What do I mean by down? Calm down. Calm down your nervous system. Breathe down into your lungs. Move your hands, literally just getting your body involved, body moving. Get your hands, take them from above your head, stretch, and then bring them down below your heart, and then put them on your heart and say, I got this. Then you chunk it down. You chunk down whatever you have to do into small enough bites so you can actually start. You also can do this by time. I'm only going to declutter today for 10 minutes. That will help you get started. I'm only going to use this one room as opposed to the whole bedroom, a whole house. What else is a chunk? Oh, like a category of clutter? A category of clutter, surface, stored, sentimental. Those are 3 categories. You can start with the surface. Start with the easy stuff. You guys do not try to do the hard stuff first unless you've built up your decision-making muscle. Okay, so Keely, you got this. You have control over it. Take back the control from the overwhelm and say, I'm bringing it on back to me. I'm calming down. I'm chunking down. I'm writing it down. I'm getting the thoughts out of my head onto paper of what I want to do today. All of those little downs will help you go from stuck to started, overwhelmed and paralyzed to moving and started. And started in the right direction because you started with your destination. You started with what you want to do. Okay, so I hope even after these 2 smidgy minutes of me talking in the airport that you realize that you got this. You can do this, okay? There we go. Oh, Summer, thank you for loving my lives. Yeah, this is totally spontaneous, as I mentioned. And if we haven't met before, if you're just kind of tooling around on TikTok, just getting started, my name is Beth. I'm a decluttering life coach. I declutter under the name, or I coach under the name Destination Decluttered because I love to travel. Here I am in the international segment of the Philadelphia airport. My flight got delayed. No biggie, it happens. So I'm going to make the best use of the time I have. And so I thought for the next, 20 minutes or so, we'll see, I would reach out and help you get your Saturday started so that when you go to bed tonight, you'd say, I did some good stuff today, okay? Thank you for the hearts. That's very cute. I appreciate that. Alrighty, Greensboro, North Carolina. Nice to see you, Tammy Stevenson. Tamberlin, good morning. Thank you for the motivation. You're welcome. I got a bunch of it, so I'm happy to share. I need to motivate myself sometimes too. Don't get me wrong. I am so not perfect about this myself. But what I will say is the more you do it, the easier it gets. I can lay in bed and be like, you know what? I'm going to kick some ass today. And I am. And it's fun. Yes, fix the wedgies in your life. I just saw that. And it's so true. That's why today, especially since I was traveling, I made sure I wore comfortable underpants because I knew I was going to be walking around an airport, sitting down on a flight. So yes, there we go. Captain Mickey says, garage sale coming up here. Totally overwhelmed. Notice. Here's the thing. Notice where I said about the overwhelm. Take control. Take control back from that overwhelm feeling. Say, hey, overwhelm, I'm taking it back. I'm bringing sexy back. I don't know. Maybe you are. But notice that. You can take control over your overwhelm. Okay, totally overwhelmed, but love it. Started by making a list of stuff I don't use. Yes, Captain Mickey. That list is one of those downs I like to talk about. Getting it down out of your head, writing it down on paper. Awesome. Good for you. Congratulations. And good luck. Have fun with the garage sale. Because don't forget, the destination of a garage sale is twofold. Destination is to, make some money. But B is to get this stuff out of your life so you don't have to deal with it again. So if people aren't buying what you're asking for it, drop the price and just get it out of your life, okay? And have some fun and delight in any money you make, okay? I've done that. I had garage sales. I used to have them. Now I don't have enough stuff to garage sale. I literally decluttered some stuff in my basement because previous videos and lives I've done from the basement this week. So we had some stuff I could bring to the donation center. And so I did that yesterday. Felt so good. Looks so much better. And as I said, I do this professionally. And even I, being a human being who accumulates things, has a hard time letting go sometimes, brings things in, doesn't take things out. All of us do this. Okay? All right. Interesting. Rosman says, every time I want to declutter, my husband makes plans that don't give me time at home. I am curious about that. Curiosity. Get curious about everything. Okay, what I want to suggest is, did you let your husband know that you were planning on decluttering? Did you say, hey, you know what? I want to spend a couple hours Saturday decluttering. I want you to join me. He may not have known that was your plan and may have made plans to go out and have fun on a Saturday, actually. It's kind of neat. It's kind of sunny out now. I make plans to get out of the house like nobody's business. Notice that if he does it regularly and say, hey, wait a minute. Everybody's got thoughts in their head about clutter. Your husband does too. Thoughts that make you feel things. Maybe he doesn't want to deal with it, so he wants to kind of run away physically and fight or flight. He wants to fly and he wants to go out and play. Just notice that, okay? Catherine is saying the same thing. Sometimes I've had to beg off to keep my sanity. Yeah, just notice that. We all have different thoughts and feelings about our clutter, and it makes us do different things. And maybe your husband's just totally unaware that you wanted to declutter. My husband knows I want to declutter because God am I clear about that kind of stuff. Okay. Do I start with making lists or what? Says Cinda. What I would say is you start with the end in mind. It's like a road trip. It's like me. I'm at the airport. I am at point A, Philadelphia Airport. I'm going to point B. Conveniently for me, point B starts with B for Boston. So I couldn't even start this process unless I knew where I was going. Sorry, I know this keeps on shaking. I will try to not gesticulate as much. Start with the end in mind. As the guy in the business thing says, your destination. It's a place you want to go for fun. What do you want your home? What do you want that one room to look like? Because it starts with imagining it in your head, because then you have something to compare it to. Does it look like that now? No. Okay, what's in the way of that? Okay? I mean, trust me, I am a list maker like nobody's business. So yes, make a list of how you want it to look and feel and function. Notice that. Annalisa saying good morning. Speaking of husbands, good morning. Just telling my husband about you again. Here I am. As I mentioned, I'm popping up because I have hours here at the airport, and I I did a video momentarily ago. I haven't even posted it, but make the best use of your time today. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? Could be awesome, could be medium, could be not so good. So make the most of the time you have today. That's what I'm doing, sitting here at the airport, decided to pop on TikTok Live. Let me ask you this. Actually, could you do me a favor? I just like it when I know that what I'm doing is resonating with people. If you dig what I'm doing, if you like how I present this, if it makes it seem doable and fun and not so arduous and overwhelming, as that guy from Ireland that I follow says, drop me a follow. If you like or follow my TikTok page, that would be great. The other thing, too, is check this out. So I just realized that once I do this TikTok Live, like I do with the ones that I mostly do at my home or when I'm more in a more settled place, I download them from TikTok and then I upload them to Destination Decluttered on YouTube. I'm going to do that when I sign off here and I go up to the lounge and I get the Wi-Fi. So if you're interested in learning, listening to these as if they are podcasts, all you need to do is not look at the screen and it becomes an instant podcast. Destination Decluttered on YouTube. The other thing too, really quickly, since I'm here, I have an email mailing list, completely free, and I offer all the good stuff first to the people on my mailing list. So if you want to know when my TikTok Lives are, if you want to get first dibs on coaching opportunities, free workshops that I do, all of these things, all you need to do is sign up for my mailing list. Free, no pressure. It's totally low-key because that's how I am. I get really annoyed when I get too many emails, okay? So I only send the good stuff. And they all come from me. It's not like a machine. It comes from me. So there may be the occasional, like typo or whatever, but that's when you know it's from a real person and not AI, okay? And then the last thing I guess I should mention, because I'm supposed to be, telling you all about what I do one-on-one coaching via Zoom. I don't have to be at your house to tell you, to help you, to teach you some of these tools. The tools that I share on these TikTok Lives, but they are bespoke, they are specific to you and your situation, so that you have the opportunity to practice them with encouragement and support for 10 weeks. I work in 10-week packages, and if you're interested in that, sign up for my mailing list. I would normally say sign up for a consultation, but I'm traveling pretty much all this week, so I don't have any consultations. But the people who are going to find out about my consultations first are going to be the people on my email list, okay? Enough of me, back to you. Oh, that's awesome. So Annalisa just said, and the reason I'm repeating the questions too, just so you're aware of this, is when these videos get uploaded to YouTube, people don't see the questions or the things that are going by like you and I see when it's live. So Annalisa is saying you're using your account of Get Curious and Notice in a lot of different areas of my life. Thank you, and you are so welcome. And thank you for letting me know that this is something you do in other areas of your life, because that's what I freaking love about coaching, is that I'm not just showing you things that only work to declutter your home. The way I present this stuff is copy and pasteable, transferable to pretty much every single area of your life. So if you learn it at one time and you practice it with decluttering, you're going to be that much better prepared to use it in other areas of your life. Okay, there we go. All right, Cinda is saying I need to declutter and do a garage sale. Awesome. Picture what your garage sale is going to look like. Thank you very much. Let me see what else we have here. So again, I'm Destination Decluttered. My flight got delayed and I have hours here at the airport, which is fine. I have plenty of stuff to do. I'm going to get some steps in, going to go exploring, going to get a snack, maybe get a cocktail, read a book, do some fun stuff, and then my flight will be there and boom. But I thought since I have so much time, I would pop here onto TikTok. Okay. What do we say? Every time I clear a space, my roommate fills it. Notice that, Kringle 2020, little heart. Point that out with love and not curiosity, and not judgment. With love and curiosity, not judgment, to your roommate. Your roommate may not even be kind of aware on a certain level that they even do that. That could be a habit. Oftentimes we think there's intention behind some things, and let's just even start with somebody may be blissfully unaware that they even did something to piss you off. I know it pissed you off because I see that little rah face, right? Lead into it with curiosity. Hey, I'm just curious why you dropped your laundry on this, shelf that I just cleaned up. I don't know what the specifics are. That's what decluttering coaching really helps with. But I just cleaned that off. Could you please put your shit away? And I say, obviously you say it nice or whatever, but everybody should be responsible for their own stuff. And if you are trying to declutter, you are changing your habits. Your roommate may not be aware of that and may not be thinking about changing their habits. So notice that. Thank you. And yes, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, says Annalisa. I preach that. Oh, there we go. Catching the end of this, and so glad I did. Yep, here I am. Little boost of encouragement. It's almost 11 o'clock in the morning where I am, East Coast time, at the Philadelphia airport. And I just thought it would be fun to say, hey, you know what? It's a Saturday. Go do some stuff that make you enjoy your life, but also do the things that you know that are going to make it closer to where you want it to be. So if you have clutter and you don't want it anymore, do something today. The thrift stores are open. You can put a tarp on your front yard with a bunch of free stuff on it. You can post pictures to your social media. You can text pictures to friends to say, hey, I've got this thing, do you want it? You can post it on the internet. You can sell it. You can go to a thrift store and donate it. You can go to a consignment store and drop it off. You can give it to somebody. You can use it yourself. There are so many things you can do today to get the things that you don't want anymore in your life out of your life and out of your home. So you don't have to go totally hog wild about it, but every time you move something that you don't want out of your life, it just makes more room for what you do want. And I'm not saying fill it right back up. Sometimes the space and the freedom and the peace of mind, not having so much stuff to take care of, invaluable. All right, what else do we have here? Sure, Cinda, can I make categories, keep, pitch, etc.? Cinda, I want to empower you. Here's what I say. You do what feels right to you. If it works for you to get the stuff out of your home and you feel good about how you're doing it, by all means do it. I have processes I share with you, especially if you're my coach. If you were my client and I was your coach. If I were a hammer and you were a nail, I don't know. And what I want to say is, if you have stuff that works for you, use it. Work with your brain. Sorry, the guy's backing up his little thing there. Okay, there we go. Okay, hey, Dawn, you're new here. You clicked in because you're reorganizing, decluttering your kitchen. Dawn, how can I help you? One of the things I want to offer with kitchens is, notice you probably have multiples of things, but you know, coffee mugs, water bottles. Listen to me, I'm already in Boston already. Water bottles, Johnny. And notice that you probably have a bunch of them, but you probably are always grabbing the same ones over and over again. Get clued into what your favorite ones are and only keep your favorite stuff in your life, and then all of a sudden your life will be filled with things that you really like, okay? Anything you can whittle down, any one bag, one box, one item is going to be less clutter than when you started, okay? Don't go all whole hog, and also don't try to do too much. Don't empty out everything. Start with a shelf at a time, a drawer at a time. I was helping a one-on-one client this week, not helping her, but we talked about it, and then she did the stuff, and then she came back because she was decluttering her refrigerator. And she was like, oh my gosh, it made such a difference not to dump it all out, but to just go shelf at a time. You pull out the shelf, you decide, you clean off the shelf, you put back the stuff you want. Becca, thank you so much for the roses. I feel like I'm carrying a whole armful of them, like Miss America. So thank you very much. That's very sweet. Do it a little bit at a time to not overwhelm yourself. Also know, I will say this, because kitchens usually are a combo of surface clutter and stored clutter, that with both of these, during the process, it's going to look temporarily worse before it looks permanently better. Just know that about this entire process. So remember to kind of bake in time. See what I did there? You're in the kitchen, you're baking in time. Waka waka, bacon. Not only baking, but bacon. Bake in time to tidy up after yourself so you're not exhausted and then having to clean up. Check in with your body, check in with your vibe, your messages, things like that, okay? Hope that helps. Catherine just welcomed you. That's awesome. I got 30 new, questions. So here, let me see what I can do here. Backing it up. I have trouble organizing. Okay, organizing is just categorizing. Put like items together. Pencils in one pile, pens in another pile. Underpants in one pile, socks in another pile. Your brain wants to pattern match. Your brain feels good, at least mine does, when you pattern match and when you find similarities. So the things you have, put all your small dishes together, put all your drinking glasses together. Whatever it is, put like items together. And there we go, okay? What else do we have here? Kathy's asking, oops, Whoops, hit the wrong button. Where did I get my glasses? I got those ones, the, what are they called? Pear. They're like these ones, and then I mainly got them because I like the sunglasses thing. I used to have other glasses that had magnetic sunglasses, and they really worked for me because I have to wear my glasses all the time. So these are those Pear ones. They're decent. You know, they're good. Okay. I do this and it drives me crazy. I wish I could make it stop. Shelly, you know what you have? You have what I like to call your little traffic cop hand. You can make it stop. Whenever anything is happening that you don't want, you just say, whoa, 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 slow down there, bub. Slow down. Stop that traffic and notice. If you keep on going that way, it's going to lead you where you don't want to go. You stop and you redirect the traffic down a new road that you say, I want to go over there. I want to go to that destination. You do that. That's the only way you do it, and it works for so many parts of your life. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's not a pain in the ass when you first do it, because you're probably stopping yourself a lot because you don't realize how many unhelpful thoughts you have that keep you, going down the wrong road. But you have the power in you to pull out your own traffic cop hand and stop your thoughts. Say, hey, whoa, 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 slow down there. You know what you were doing right there? You were doing about 60 in a 25 zone, and slow it down, write it down, calm down, and then you can make a better decision because you're not in chaotic fight or flight mode. Okay, there we go. Linda is saying safe travels. I just got back from 11 days from Portugal to New Jersey. I packed horrendously. Here's a good thing, Linda. Learn from what you did wrong this time to pack better the next time. I have gotten really freaking good at packing because I've done it so much. Repetition allows you to correct the next time. It's going to be the same thing with decluttering. Oh, I realized I did it too long and I was exhausted. I'm going to do it for a shorter amount of time. I hope you had a wonderful time in Portugal too. It's on one of many international destinations on my list. Okay, there we go. Catherine, help for thinking out. Funny. Katie just said, yesterday you mentioned the Smiths. I'm a boomer. Who are the Smiths? Just curious. They're a band from the 80s. You can Google them. Morrissey. They were paramount in my life for a number of years, for better or for worse. You can Google them. I'm a huge music fan. And they meant a lot to me. For better or for worse, because I also sang a lot of kind of sad maudlin songs. I felt like I connected to them because I was very sad and depressed a lot. But they didn't give me that get up and go that I think punk rock should have. I kind of, honestly, if I had to do it differently, I would have stopped listening to the Smiths and I would have started listening more to like the Sex Pistols or something that got me a little bit more motivated than a glum chum. Robin, I'm glad. Robin is saying you inspired me and I'm going to begin to tackle my basement today. Okay, Robin, all these ideas that I've given, all these things, chunk it down, give yourself breaks, have fun, put on music, enjoy it. Consider it a treasure hunt. You never know what you're going to find down there. And I mean it, good stuff. There we go. Linda C. Left your suitcase at home, meds at home, and almost missed my flight. Hey, you know what? Those make really good drama stories of travel. I could make this into a dramatic story about, oh my God, and then my flight was delayed, and then I tried to get on standby, and it didn't work, and then I had to hang around the bit. You notice all the stuff behind the stuff? Or you can be like, okay, how can I make the most of my time here at the airport? I'm going to. This is what I'm doing, okay? I love it. PBM just said they called a women's shelter to donate some stuff. Awesome. Good things. Feel good about stuff. Okay, Darlene Atwood is saying paper stuff is overwhelming for me. Bills, junk mail, etc. You know what? You just categorize things. And junk mail is a category that you can do something with pretty easy. I also highly recommend, this is almost something I insist upon, even if you don't want to deal with your kind of official mail right now, take it out of the envelopes and recycle the envelopes so you don't have the envelopes. Do not open it up, look at it, and put it back in the envelope. That is such an inefficient use of your time, okay? Self-talk is paramount, Catherine. The nicer you are to yourself inside, the nicer you are to yourself outside and to other people. So yeah, it's a practice. There we go. Yeah, Bethy, these are Pear glasses. They are wicked efficient, and I'm all about efficiency. So thank you. All right, what else do we have? I'm just kind of backing up, just so you know. Okay, here we go. Too much clutter makes me anxious. Jaybird, everybody, notice. Too much clutter makes me anxious is a thought. When you think about it, when you think of clutter and it makes you anxious, you have a thought and there's something out there that makes you feel a feeling. Based on that feeling, you may do something. You may go avoid your clutter. You may not deal with it. But when you deal with your clutter, the opposite's going to happen. When you reduce your clutter, you will reduce your anxiety. Notice the benefit of that. Notice that. Okay. There we go. Helping find homes for everything. Yes. There we go. I'm at my wit's end. I have no room to store and too old to deal, but have an extra bedroom cluttered. Okay. I will say you're never too old, Emmy, unless you're on your deathbed. And if you are, you can still make decisions and point to things and tell people to move them for you. Okay, so notice the thoughts you have. I have no room. I am too old. I have an extra bedroom that's cluttered. Okay, and I say this with love. What are you going to do about it? You can do something about it, no matter how small. And when you do something that moves you in the right direction, you're going to know about it because you're going to feel better when you do it. Okay, I love this. Legal Becky is saying you encouraged me to go through several drawers this week, and I got rid of some stuff. I love it. Anything you get rid of that you no longer need or want or is useful to you is curating your life, is making your life more like you want it and less like you do. Okay? Yeah, you know what? And I agree. It's hard to move with bleak world news. Yes, but here's what I want to offer. I'm generalizing with it. Just keep moving. Yes, I will hardly agree that the world is a chaotic, crazy, nutty job place. However, what I have found is when I learn to deal with my own stuff, I am a stronger, better person. I show up better in the world. I take more actions that get my world looking and feeling and functioning like I want it to. For example, a friend of ours is running for a place on the school board in our town. I only noticed it because I noticed a sign, so I got in touch with him and I said, hey, I'm going away this week. I just got a text from my husband that our friend dropped off a sign to put in our lawn to encourage people to vote for our friend because he's going for good stuff on our school board. Before getting my act together, I never would have done that. I would have been like, we're doomed, it doesn't matter, this all sucks, wow, wow, wow. And now I'm like, okay, hey, I'm asking people that I know, if I believe in what you're doing, we have a very high visibility lawn, put the sign in there. I never would have done that had I not decluttered my life. So I know that if I work on myself, I show up better for the world. So sometimes it's like when I focus in and when I can't deal with that stuff, if I focus on my own stuff, I will show up better for the world. Okay. Oops, I did it again. I did it again. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, what time is it? Oh, it's 11:09 already. There we go. I swear decluttering has helped so much with my depression. Yes, Amelia, I agree with, obviously there's different varieties of depression. This is not a cure-all. But when you remind yourself that you can take action to change how your situation looks and feels, you take your power back from those items. You say, I can do something about this. Now, everybody's got a different brain, everybody's got a different flavor of whatever, but every little bit that you can do to remind yourself of the agency and power and independence you do have to take control and to change your life into something you want it to is a really strong message to yourself that you can look back on that story and remind yourself of the time when ... Okay, what else do we have? I'm backing up here and, it's almost 11:11. Okay, Mel B is saying, I'm going through my baby clothes now that I know we are done with having kids, and it's emotional. Yeah, that's the third level of clutter. You've got surface, you've got stored, and you've got sentimental. Sentimental, notice where I'm putting my hand. I'm putting my hand on my heart, because that's where the sentiments live, in your heart, in your body. Honor those feelings. Be okay with it. Maybe take a picture of those. Do you have pictures? Here's the thing I love. I have recently, I'm not a baby, but I have sentimental stories about clothing that I used to wear that I don't fit into anymore. But the neat thing is I have some pictures of me wearing those clothes, and I was having a good time when I wore those clothes. So I don't need that dress. I don't need that bag. I don't need that caftan. I can have the pictures to remind me, and then I can let go of the clothing. Okay, so notice that. User 4775 is saying, how do I declutter my desktop? Thing I love about this, you guys, if you've been on here for this long, I will say that how you declutter one thing is how you declutter everything. So when I tell you this, you can copy and paste this to other areas of your life. Look at the stuff, categorize it, put it into piles of like items, and then decide which one. Then you can make a decision of what you want. Do I need it? Listen to the answers in you. Do I need this? If I do, where do I want to put it that's better than where it is? If I don't want it, what's the easiest way of getting it out of my life? Lather, rinse, repeat. Okay? There we go. Oh, here's funny. Annalisa, I was wondering if you're going shopping for new jeans. No, you know what? I gave away all my jeans. I don't feel like wearing jeans anymore. Maybe if they're wicked comfy, Luckily now where I am, it's totally leggings and what do you call them? Yoga pants with pockets is my jam. There we go. Okay. What else? Yeah. All right. Yeah. You know what? And I am so sorry, Mel, that you lost the 3 babies. But notice, moving on in the future, how do you want to feel? Maybe you don't want to feel so sad. Maybe you want to feel at peace. Maybe you just want to feel calm. This will help. Okay. There we go. Alrighty, I'm backing up here. How do you help children with ADHD stay organized? For example, their closet. Charlie, I will offer this. Categorizing is a big thing. Also, frankly, all of us could simply benefit from having fewer things to keep track of. I think categorizing and putting like items together is really soothing for the ADHD brain. I know it because I have one, and so does my family. And so doing that and sorting things can provide a calming effect. It can counter the overwhelm. Okay. What else do we have here? Yeah, so much to sort, shred, and file. But you know what? If you start today, you're going to have less of it at the end of today than you did at the beginning. There we go. And also, here's the thing with shredding. There's certain things that I just don't like to do anymore. I put all of the paper that I want to shred into a bag, and I wait for a shredding event in my community. And then when I know there's a shredding event, I just take that bag to them and do it. I do not waste my time every day shredding. That would irk me. It would bug the hell out of me. Okay, so just notice it. All right, routine is really good. Here we go. Now I can maintain my daily tasks with kids so much better. Meds help too, yeah. Any tool that can get your life looking and feeling and functioning more like you want it to, you bet it. Yeah, and woohoo to the shredding events. You're hell right. There we go. I couldn't agree more with what you're saying. This is free therapy. It is free. Now, I'm not a therapist, but trust me, I am full of freaking wisdom, people. I got a wicked lot to share. That's why I popped on to this TikTok live. I don't even know when I did it. I may be on just for a few more minutes because I do want to go up to the lounge and get myself a drink, get myself a snack, read my book, you know, get some steps in, have some fun here at the airport. Again, if anybody's just tuning in, Destination Decluttered. I love it that I'm saying destination, and well, there's an airline, there's a plane there, right? So I love to travel, so I always think of destinations, flying destinations, road trip destinations. What do you want? Where do you want to head towards? What are you eagerly looking forward to? Looking forward to getting on a plane and going somewhere fun. That's a destination. Make your destination something you're looking forward to, and you'll be more likely to get up and do the things that get you there. Like, for example, when I got the opportunity to travel to Morocco a number of years ago, I didn't necessarily have cash on hand, but when my friend said, do you want to go? I was like, oh my God, that would be so much fun. I sold some of my stuff to make money so I could go on that trip. If I didn't have that destination, that stuff would probably be in my basement because I'd be like, yeah, I got to sell it someday. So how about this? If you have stuff in your house that you want to sell, how about this? Decide on like a vacation. Decide on something fun you want to spend the money on, and then sell stuff, and all the money you sell goes to that destination. That might motivate you to take the next steps to get them out of your house. Okay? Notice it. All right, see, actually, I can donate a lot, says Trisha, but a lot I want to sell. What to do with all the stuff to sell in the meantime? You know what you do, Trisha? You go right now, today, and you look at the stuff you want to sell. You see if anybody's buying it and for how much they're selling it, they want to pay for it, and then you take the next step. How do you want to sell it? Do you want to sell it online? Do you want to sell it in a consignment store? Do you want to sell it to somebody around your neighborhood? Take the next steps. Figure out. This is the great thing. As I've been saying a lot to my family when we're going through a lot of stuff, baby steps in the right direction. Baby steps in the right direction. What's the next step? What's the next step? Like today when I woke up, like I only found out last night that my flight was delayed, so I immediately got onto a, what do you call it, a standby thing. And I was like, I've never done this before, but you know what I said? Okay, well, that's when it leaves. Get to the airport. Got to the airport. Ask somebody, what do I do? Show up when I did. Wait when I did. Step after step after step. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. You'll get overwhelmed. Like even now, I'm not sure how I'm getting from the Boston airport to where I need to go. That's okay. When I get there, I will figure it out because I have some ideas, but it doesn't matter until I get there. Be okay with taking those next right steps and trust that as you move forward, the next step will appear. Okay? Notice that. Okay. Advice for helping a family member that doesn't want to declutter, but their house isn't safe for kids. Yeah, that can be tough, especially because it's hard enough to declutter ourselves. It is near impossible to help somebody else declutter. What I don't know the answer to this, and this is why the limits of doing group coaching or even like this type of thing, I don't know if it's their kids or it's your kids visiting or what. This may be a job for somebody who has more experience than me, and I mean that because if their house is a danger, that to me equals that they may need some mental health help. Okay? If they don't want help and the place is dangerous, that to me is a red flag that something more serious than what I do needs to happen. But I say that with love and encouragement because there's help out there for people like that. Okay? So if you can't handle it, yeah, you know what? I know. This is why, honestly, when I do consultations with clients, I do that to make sure we're a good fit. And it's a two-way street. I want them to enjoy coaching with me more so, and I need to know that what I offer can help them. If I know it's something that they're struggling with that is as they like to say, like above my pay grade, I am so sensitive to that. So I, with current encouragement and love, say, there is help out there for you, but it's not me. You need something else, but there is help to solve your problem. Okay? I love it. Shelly just said, great to listen to when cleaning. So very much. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, thank you. I didn't know about my YouTubes. Yes. Okay. So Becca D and Shelly, thank you for reminding me. This and my previous one, because I think I just did a TikTok live yesterday and I got busy and I didn't upload it to YouTube. I'm going to do that actually when I get up to the lounge here, because they have Wi-Fi, so I will do that. So there's a ton of on Destination Decluttered on YouTube. There are a bunch of recordings of my TikTok lives. I put them up there because so many folks have said they love listening to them to motivate while decluttering. Think of it as like a podcast. Just think of it as somebody's constantly an hour's worth of motivation, encouragement, saying you can do this, allowing you to imagine what you want your home and life to look and feel like, and then instead of feeling disempowered, like you can't do it, feel empowered that you can do something about it. Okay? There we go, Linda. My name is Beth. But please just remember Destination Decluttered. It's so much easier because that will always remind you to think of your destination first. Where are you going? You're here at point A. Where is your point B? And if your point B isn't exciting you, if you're not excited to get there, figure out why and pick a new destination. Okay? There we go. Oops. Here we go. I'm going to be on for a few more minutes. Just subscribed on YouTube. Thank you very much. Sometimes I miss you, find them there. Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing. And thank you, everybody. See, here's a really cool thing, you guys. Every time I do a TikTok live, the awesome people just come out of the woodwork. Not just the people who are like, oh my God, thank you so much, you're helping me, or I didn't know about you, but gosh, I need help. But the people who are in the comments, Catherine, for example, who you're just sending me like a little something, like people who, when I miss the questions going by, you're helping your other folks. Okay, so thank you very much for all the helpers. I am doing my help, but I can only see so many things and talk out of one mouth, where there's a bunch more people. So thank you for all your help. It's always a good group of people here. Okay, okay. What else can I do? And here's the thing. I had to come move in with my dad to keep, many of us are dealing with older parents. It would be weird if our parents were younger than us, huh? Our parents getting older, they dealing with their stuff or not dealing with their stuff, them having thoughts and feelings about what to keep and what to release. Gen X in the house. But we can change it. We can change it for ourselves. Oh, thank you. Look at that. Look at that. Becca, that's very cool. I don't know how any of these things work, but they look fun. Thank you. When you figure out how to do it for yourself, you can you know more how to help other people with it. And this is what I want to say about that. And then I do need to sign off. I just realized because I'm getting texts about my flight is show up for the other people and yourself with love and curiosity and compassion and non-judgment. Why am I cluttered? Don't be judgy about it. Get curious. Listen for the answers. Treat yourself with love and kindness. And then say, what can I do about it today? Even if it's just taking out the trash, even if it's one bag to a donation center, even if it's a call to, a person in your family asking them if they want something. Notice that, and then take an action towards your destination. Okay? What else can I say here? Yeah, sandwich generation. You know what's cool about being the sandwich generation? We're the meat. They're just the bread. There we go. Yeah, and Kate in Texas helping your own Mom 99 has helped make us reevaluate my priorities. Oh, me too. I don't want to keep, I have, my level of stuff in my home feels just right to me, but I don't want to burden my nieces and nephew with it at all. And boy, are they going to be overjoyed to hear that, okay? All right, everybody, this has been lovely. I noticed that things are changing here, and I need to kind of pull out and be like, okay, that's right, I am supposed to be traveling today. But again, Destination Decluttered. If you haven't followed my page, if you could do that, that would be awesome. If you're interested in getting on my mailing list to get all the free stuff and be the first person to get first dibs on good things, like coaching opportunities and free workshops and knowing when my TikTok lives are and stuff like that there, that DestinationDecluttered.com is where you would go to sign up for the mailing list. Normally, I would tell you, if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, to look there for consultations, but I don't think I have any scheduled because I'm traveling this whole week. But people who are going to know about the consultation opportunities to get one-on-one coaching with me are the people on the mailing list. So that's just another encouragement to get on the mailing list. It's also, I don't spam you a wicked lot. Like, that stuff annoys me. And then what else? I do one-on-one coaching. So if you would love for me to be in your life, your co-pilot, you know, you're the driver's seat, I'm the co-pilot. Where do you want to go? I can help you get there, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be just like this, and I encourage you like nobody's business. I forgive you your trespasses as you forgive those who trespass against you. Oh my God, can you tell I'm going back up to Boston? I'm shipping up to Boston. I'm going to sign off now. Thank you so much for tuning in and making me know that me stopping here at the Philly airport while I'm waiting for my flight, that this was worth it. I hope it helped you. And after I stop this, what I would love for you to think of is, what can you do? What can I do today to make the most of the time I have so that when I go to bed tonight, I know I am closer to my destination than I was this morning? Okay? You got this. I think I've got a TikTok live scheduled on Wednesday. There may be some pop-ups between then, maybe not. Who knows? That's why it's called a pop-up. Have a good day. Do good things for yourself. All right? And I will see you soon. Bye.